Alright, so looking to go long here. Just looking for a 1-to-1 on this trade. Reaction out of this 15-minute gap. Inverse of that 3-minute. Pretty simple. Super simple trade here. Stops at the lows right there. Just going for 1-to-1. Reaction out of this 15-minute gap right here. Inverse of a 3-minute. Honestly, just looking for, slow chop back up. Overall, we're just bullish on the day. Overall bullish on the day. Still have a lot of room higher to go. So basically, this trade is just going off of overall direction, momentum. Just looking to see a continuation of what we've been doing since the open. Had that little retracement back into that 15-minute gap, so
Hey, if any of my followers are girl.
Yesterday, we'll talk about this while we're here, since I'm not doing anything else. Yesterday, I made a mistake. We've been trying to be perfect, but it was a lesson that I needed to have. So obviously, you guys know that yesterday we were extremely bearish for a large portion of the day. And the mistake I made was I took, which is the reason why I took this trade. So you guys can see that we had this dip back into this 15-minute gap. And yesterday I took a retracement off of a 5-minute gap, which I shouldn't have done. I should have waited for the 15-minute to get tapped into instead of the 5-minute, and I ended up taking the 5-minute gap. And obviously, price drew towards that 15-minute gap super hard. So it was a lesson that I needed to learn. It was a lesson that I needed to learn, and I needed to have that loss right there so I can know for next time. So throughout the course of the year, I won't make that same mistake again. So we made that mistake. It's not gonna happen again. But yeah, that was a mistake I made yesterday. And then Monday, I obviously slept through my alarm. So technically, if this trade were to hit, this should be our third win of the week. But, since I am unprofitable, I wasn't able to capitalize off of that move. I'm genuinely profitable. It's just it's just after I blew all of my accounts and stuff, my brain kind of went to absolute liquid. So, yeah, my brain got melted, and yeah, bro, I'm just trying to build myself and my mentality, build my accounts, build everything back up to where it needs to be. So, excuse me. But yeah, we made that mistake. We're recovering from our losses mentally. We're trying to keep ourselves with the level head because this account should be at about almost 6K. It should be almost at 6K, but it's not. But it's my fault. And I'm trying to keep my brain open to, we have the entire rest of the year. February is not going to be our last month ever trading. February is not the month that we lose everything and we're totally out of the game. So we're just keeping our brains in the right headspace. Like I said, the title of these videos are literally called Change for a reason. So that is what we do. We change. And we don't let the same things that affected us and hold us back last year affect us and hold us back this year. So we took this trade off of that 3-minute right there. So we're going to be monitoring this. Overall direction is pretty slow, which is expected, honestly. Which is expected. My fail on my personal account was really bad for some reason. But overall, I think that's why I took this trade. Overall, I'm convicted in that we're just gonna just chop up higher. But it wouldn't be my first time top ticking the market, you know what I'm saying? So we're definitely gonna be watching. Pretty sure if we lose this trade, I think we'll at least have one account gone. Yeah, at least one of these accounts will be gone if we lose. Should be this one. But yeah, made that mistake the other day. And, trying to just mentally recover from it, honestly. I feel like this trade is probably going to be a long one. Like, if it was going to be a win, I have a feeling it's going to be a long one. Very long one. But I don't mind. As long as it's a win, I don't really care how it comes. Honestly, like, what we're genuinely waiting on is, we have 3 Apex accounts left. So, what we're waiting on is for, obviously, we're not trying to blow them. We're trying to get these back to break even, but they would have been. It's my fault. We've already talked about that, though. But, trying to get these accounts out of drawdown to eventually process a payout. The thing is that, after we blow these accounts, we're then going to move to probably not top set, probably go to alpha futures, probably get on some alpha futures accounts and trade those. But right now, what I'm saying, we have 3 PA accounts left. There's no reason for me to start expanding my horizon. There's no need for that. Clearly, we need to work on these and focus on these accounts first before we start expanding and extend stuff like that. So, but that's our little plan that we have, is just focus on these accounts right here. ES is starting. This is 3 minute. Okay. Overall, NQ looks solid to the upside, but obviously ES never wants to really move anywhere most days. So if ES can pick up some volume, take out these highs, we'd definitely be good to go. But we just have to see ES catch up right there. If we get a closure above these highs, stop loss is definitely going to go below those lows right there. Take some risk off the table, and then just let the rest do what it's going to do. I have a MacBook that I use trading on my personal account with, and this thing is like, it's like the program moves awfully. Like, this is the worst running program I've ever had on a brand new computer. The absolute worst. But ES just took out those highs. I'd like to see a closure above that just to confirm everything. NQ obviously looks really great. Stop loss is definitely getting moved under that swing low right there on the 3 minute. basically like half risk off the table, basically. No need to overcomplicate anything. It's good we moved that stop because ES didn't get a closure above there, but overall the direction still looks pretty good. One thing I do know is that definitely we don't want to see price come all the way back down to those lows right there. So I'm happy with moving the stop right there. After seeing this push up, we should have continued to just see, you know, a continuation. So we'll see if we can get that. Alright, I want this trade to hurry up and hit TP because there's a live. FX Alex G is live and I want to watch the live. ES needs to close above that high right there. But I really gotta go shopping for some food, bro. I haven't been shopping for like my healthy food in forever, bro. I feel like with working out, there's no reason to work out if you're not gonna be 100% on your diet. I feel it's just a waste. So I just been doing cardio every day, which I love, bro, because I love playing basketball. So I'm playing basketball every day. But I gotta get wrist surgery. I gotta get surgery on my wrist. I have like a ganglion cyst on my wrist, bro, and it just hurts. And she was like, the doctor's like, you won't be able to use your wrist for like a week and a half. So I'm not really feeling that at all, but come on, ES. Maybe we gotta put like a magnet on ES. See if that'll do anything. See if that'll pull price up. Maybe we gotta make it bigger. How do you get bigger? You eat more. Alright, that's the biggest the magnet will go. Maybe put it on both. Like I said, guys, I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I was pretty sure that if this trade was gonna hit, that it was gonna take a minute. So what we'll do if we get a nice little closure above this high, I'd like to see ES close above these highs as well. But if we get a closure above these highs right here, then stops will be a break even. Stop loss will be a break even. It's important for us to pay attention. Let's not be delusional here. We're almost starting to go into lunch hour, so that's gonna work too. Like I was saying, we're starting to go into lunch hour, so definitely protection from this trade is definitely gonna be key for us. Even though we're getting these breaks up on NQ, ES still isn't going anywhere. Magnet seems to be doing its job though. That's why I put it there. Magnet seems to be doing its job. I kind of want to see if my camera quality is going to be good enough for this. Exposure all the way down. I just want to see if it'll work. I don't have the FPS for it though. We are very close to take profit. Yeah, stop loss is definitely at break even. Not playing no bull with that John done for real. No BS with it. So stop loss at break even. No need to overcomplicate the system. Got 3 positions running, open P&L, about $1,200. So just one more of those pops right there, and then we'll be totally out of the trade. Like I said, we should, in theory, just be fine since ES closed above those highs, so should be totally good here. Should be totally good here. Make sure our magnet's a little bit higher so we can draw. My things are like totally diverged, bro. Right now we're probably like 4 ticks away from take profit here, and then on my personal account we're like super far away. Like super far away for some reason. I put my take. I have no idea why my TP is so far away on my personal account. No clue. Doesn't even make a difference, honestly. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. Alright, we're just going to accept defeat there. We have to accept defeat. Look at the volume to the downside. There's nothing that's going to stop the selling pressure here. There's nothing at all. So that trade was less than a tick away from take profit. Bro, quite literally one tick from take profit. It's just important to note though that look at how many candles it took to get from there to there. It took like 3 candles to get from there to there, and it took 1 to do over half of that move. So took 1 to do more than half of that move. So accept defeat. And it's 10:10 right now. I'll probably just freaking clean up my room or something, because ES is getting ready to take these lows right here. It's over. My phone's about to blow up. I've been screen recording for so long. I'm starting to get hot, bro. I wonder what Bitcoin's at. Honestly, I see Bitcoin going to like. I have a bet that Bitcoin will hit 40K. 5K bet that Bitcoin is going to hit $40,000. Not this 40,000. I have a bet that Bitcoin's going to go like around this area right here. Just a little bit below these lows. Like anything below 45K, my bet wins. Even at 45K, my bet wins. And then from that point, we will never, ever see Bitcoin that low ever again in history. That'll be your last opportunity to buy a 5-digit Bitcoin. The last. I did say I was expecting a slow chop up, but I mean, was I expecting this slow? I don't know. Like I said, bro, we're going into lunch hour, bro, so bro, this screen recording, I'm gonna have to put it in like 40x speed, bro. Like 40x. And it's for 5, 5, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And for it to do anything at this rate, it's going to be another 15 minutes or so. I mean, overall, we have no 15-minute gap to fill, which is good. So, it means technically we shouldn't have another retracement in our bag. No 5-minute gap to fill either. So we're prepared to hodl, bro. Like I said, bro, there's no reason to overcomplicate any of this, bro. No reason to look too deeply into anything. You take the trade, you wait for the setup, and you wait for it to be executed for you. Trading is meant to be automated. We're automating our system by doing nothing. By doing nothing. I mean, now I guess we're waiting for a 5 minute closure above that high for ES. Got the close on the 3 minute, but on the 5 minute. We got the close on the 3 and then immediately failed. I didn't fail, but immediately retraced. It's all good. It's clear that we were right about the overall direction. It's just how much further will we expand is the question at hand now. How much further will we expand is the question at hand. Not much further, it seems. Like, our downside volume's so much stronger, so well, it was a good setup, bro. I mean, not much you can do when price gets less than a tick away from your take profit. It's just kind of unfortunate. Just kind of crazy because if we would have waited, if we didn't wait, bro, that's like extra like $100 that we miss out on damn near. Because I risked like 500 on this position and we're at like 430 at the top, so it's like $70. I guess in hindsight now, it's kind of like should have just took the $70. Should have just took it, but can't get into that habit though. It's not a habit I'm gonna get into, but sometimes things like this just happen, bro. It's pretty gay, but like I said, it's lunch hour, bro, so can't expect much from it, honestly. Now, my question now is like, just because it's lunch hour, bro, why do we have to go down? Why can't we just continue to do what we've been doing all day, which is go up? Why can't we just have a slow chop up? Not quite fair, if you ask me. I guess I don't deserve a win. Even though I've been cooking myself on not getting one, but it's just funny because I'm the reason why I haven't got a win this week yet. I am the reason I am. Like, I can take the accountability for it, but Monday overslept. Tuesday did some BS. And then today is just normal market conditions where you just have a break-even trade. But to me, this is everything because I didn't execute Monday and Tuesday. So really, in theory, after this trade hits break-even, I shouldn't be feeling anything because I should be up 2R for the week as it is. But I'm not because of my mistake. So now this trade holds a lot of weight mentally on me because I have 2 missing trades out of my profits for this month. But when will it stop? When will it stop, Jules? When will it stop? I don't know, because I don't mean to do any of this shit, but It's just lessons that we've had to learn, bro. Just lessons that we've had to learn. I know now, even though I knew before, but I don't know why I had to take another loss to figure it out. But I know now that we don't take 5-minute retraces. I know now we only take 15-minute retraces, and I've obviously been known that, nigga, you gotta wake up on time. But I just stayed up so late. But, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? That'd be the worst part about trading, bro, is the fact that you know what to do. You know the do's and don'ts of everything. But when it comes to actually doing it, it's a lot harder. It's a lot more difficult. And it's not even the fact that I can't do it. It's like I don't know why I'm not doing it, you know? I have no genuine response as to why I don't do the things I need to be doing. I have no answer. There's no logic behind it. I don't think it's because I don't take it seriously enough, because this is literally my entire life is this, and this is all I this is all I pray about. This is all I've worked towards in my life. So I guess the passion is there, but is the dedication, you know? I'm definitely dedicated to it, but if I was this dedicated, then I probably wouldn't have these issues. I'd probably tell myself, like, no, I got stuff to do in the morning, and I know I'm gonna oversleep, so I have to go to bed, at least try to go to bed. Whatever the case may be, you know? But I know all these things, I know all the answers, but Julian doesn't want to change it. He doesn't want to change it. He really does want to change it, but something in him doesn't want to change it. For some reason, he continues to do the same things over and over again. Like I told you guys in a previous video, this is my first year paying taxes on my trading profits, which is an absolute milestone, right? It's a milestone. But there were so many other mistakes that I made. There were so many other mistakes that I made that almost makes this milestone minuscule. Because this year I know I'm so much better than what I was. The profits that I had last year should have been 10x'd if I was doing things the way they were supposed to be done. And that's what I'm shooting and aiming to do this year, which is why these videos are called Change, you know. So the plan and the hope is that that's what the videos for the rest of the year will remain being called, is Change Part 200, Change Part 150, and eventually, you know, you guys are gonna, and not even for you guys, I get no views on these videos, but these videos are all for me and my documentation. I don't really care about having a community. It'd be nice, but honestly, I'm not good at like social media and stuff like that. So I create these videos for me so I can see my mistakes. It's my live journal. So I can look back at these videos and record all of the mistakes, all of the lessons, and everything live. So I'm not really paying too much attention to, you know, these candles anymore. Even though I see that we've been rejecting each 1 minute gap and, you know, haven't made a new high in a minute. There's no sense in me closing this position for half of what I risk, you know. We took this position, and, you know, it's just time to accept the risk now, honestly. Maybe it pays off, maybe it doesn't, but And either way, we're not in a hope trade. It's good that, you know, we're sitting in we're sitting in profit, being forced to hold through tough times, you know, getting our mentality better. This video is going to be extremely long, but you know, I'm fine with that because I feel like honestly I've really dropped some good value within these 40 minutes that I've been in this trade. Good value for myself, and if you know somebody who's genuinely struggling comes across this, he or she can see that, you know, everybody goes through the same things in this game, bro. Everybody goes through the same things, man. My TP was less than one tick away. It happens. I was up probably $1,500, and we're coming back to drawdown. We're coming back to break even now. It happens. I missed a trade. It happens. Took a bad setup. It happens, bro. There's no shortage of sympathy in this game, bro. Everybody's went through it. It's just very important not to beat yourself up about the things that are, for one, out of your control, and don't beat yourself up about the things that are in your control. You just have to find a way to fix it, because once you fix it, the rewards are going to be endless, bro. The rewards will be endless. Even if I were to close here, I still made, how much am I up right now? I still made $800 within an hour. I haven't done any work. Eventually, that's the point in my career that I will get to. I had one of my friends the other day. I love Florida. Like, Florida's my favorite state in the entire world, and that's like a life that I want to live. It is Florida, not the Miami years partying clubs Florida, but just like walking outside with my shirt off and flip flops on and sunglasses, going to go get something to eat at a deli that's down the street. That's my type of Florida. So I want to move to Florida, and he was like, well, how are you gonna do that? He was like, and don't say trading either. And I was like, what do you mean don't say trading? He was like, don't say trading profits is gonna allow you to move to Florida because trading isn't sustainable. You and I both know that's the absolute lie, because even on this YouTube alone, I have showed that trading is sustainable. What's not sustainable is minuscule mistakes. That's going to make it a lot harder for it to be sustainable and damn near impossible. And that's what I'm trying to remove. Is what the thing that makes people unprofitable is themselves. And I'm trying to remove myself from the equation. So it's just, all I have to do is click the button at the right time and let the charts do the rest of the work. There's no need for me. I'm stopping the screen recording. Screen recording is 50 minutes long. 50. It's 50 minutes long. But that's insane, dude. 50 minutes, bro. I'm gonna have to delete that off my phone, bro. That's gonna, like, phone's not overheating, but sheesh. Yeah, trying to remove all distractions from the charts, because that's not what's gonna make you profitable. You focusing on you know, your trade after you've entered it, you micromanaging it, you doing all of this is not gonna help you. If I was micromanaging my trade, I didn't say this out loud because I didn't want to do it and talk myself into it, but I told myself I'll move my stop loss under here. I'll move my stop loss under these lows because we should see a continuation here. Obviously, we didn't see that continuation, and we would have been stopped out right here. We would have been stopped out. So it's just things like that, man. Like, just totally removing yourself from the equation and making this a lot easier. It's very difficult. There's no reason to overcomplicate something that's already one of the most hardest things in the world. So doing that should help you guys and should help everybody else. Now, for some reason, I'm probably like freaking B booked on this, but it's like every time it gets closer to take profit, you see how we haven't broke those highs on NQ, but we clearly have took those highs on NQ. I'm so far away from take profit right now. This is where my take profit is at, is that red dotted line. And look how close we are in comparison to the charts there. Maybe I've done something wrong, maybe. But I'm going to close here because, you know, what are we holding for extra $50 there on that account? We're back to break even for what we were on the week. About a $209 win. We're going for like $250. But we got our target. So there's no need for us to try to hold through more chop and hope we chop, because at that point I'm just hoping we're chopping higher. I had my take profit there for a reason. But that was change part 8 on the day, up about $1,300 on the day, so can't beat it. Literally just one more trade and all these accounts are at a drawdown, but glad everybody was able to excuse me, I'm glad everybody was able to live see me talk through this trade right here. Obviously there's, oh my gosh, yo, it scared me.